Hello and welcome. We are back here, and what a phenomenal day for Indian cricket team. Finally, they have a win, and the series is alive and kicking. India, after losing the toss, made 179 for five in their 20 overs. Top performances by Rituraj Gaikwad, Ishan Kishan, and after that, a bit of a fumble by the middle order, but bowlers responded to the challenge. Harshal Patel, star of the bowlers, 4 wickets for 25 runs. Yuji Chahal, Joyda named him as his player of the match, and Yuji Chahal performed exceptionally well. Brilliant bowling, 4 overs, 20 runs, and 3 wickets. Akshar Patel supported very well. All in all, a good win for India, a convincing win for India, just not to keep the series alive, but just also to give them much needed confidence. And I am joined by Debashish Sen, Damini Basu, who can smile a bit now. She's in the morning. She was bit disappointed, and she had no hope from this team. Hopefully, this team has proved her wrong today. And Joyda, who had an overall good day, looks like. It started in the morning with the Bengal Ranji Trophy team and ending with the Indian team, and as usual, smiling Abhijit Deshmukh. I will start with Damini. Hello, Damini. I hope things are better now.
Yes, I am happy that India has finally managed a win here and kept the series alive. But from now on, the solitary win, the momentum from the solitary win is what India will have to carry on in the upcoming two games as well to ensure that they end up winning the series as well. After a long time, did I actually get to see the team India we all wanted to see the team India known for its reputation of playing good cricket, good international cricket. And finally, thank God, the bowling department did not disappoint. Even after that 179 which India put up, that flyer which India got, thanks to Ruturaj Gaikwad, he played a brilliant innings today. He was phenomenal with the bat. Those two openers putting up a 97, not out partnership. The middle order, unfortunately, faltering. It looked well again. It might have been South Africa's game, but a big thank you to the bowling department. Good to see Yuzvendra Chahal finally back to be the Yuzvendra Chahal we all know. Harshal Patel being very good with picking up the wickets time and again, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar never ever failing to be as economical as he can be. So it was definitely a very satisfying performance from Team India to see. Yes.
It just shows that how demanding Indian fans are. I was just looking at the stats. Before the IPL, India team was winning all the T20 games. So they just lost 2 games, and we are saying, oh, after a long, long time, we are seeing India winning. Our memories are very short. Oh, finally, Yuji Chahal performing, forgetting that he was the star performer for his team in the IPL. And it's just 2 games where he didn't deliver, but that's how it is. At this level, that's how things are. Joyda, what impressed you the most about today's win?
I think with the batting, we were par. I don't think we were above that. We were looking to get close to 200. We lost our way a bit in the middle. I think it was the bowling department that bailed them out today. I don't think the batters finished the job. There were still some runs left on the park, and fortunately, we batted well and we bowled superbly. So when that happens, it's obviously good news. So batting worries are still there. Rishabh's form is a worry. Things are, it's been a while since he scored runs, and just the way he's getting out. Number 4 is a very serious position, and he's batting like he used to bat at number 6. The previous game he came to bat in the 6.4 overs and got out to Keshav Maharaj, caught a sweeper cover. When you come to bat in 6.4 overs, there's a lot more responsibility on you than when you come to bat at 16.4, which is what you often do when you bat at 6 and 7. So I think that needs a rain check over there on that. But otherwise, I think the bowling department was superb. Today was bowling department's day. Batters, yeah, Rituraj and Ishan Kishan were very good, but we didn't finish it off. We lost wickets in the middle. We slowed down. We weren't as good as we could have been. We could have been 190, but after that, the bowlers just took the game away. Heartening to see, Bhuvi, Chahal, Harshal, Aksar, everybody as a group. Just very good.
Uh, I think, Dada, you are spot on when you say that batsmen didn't finish the job and bowlers ended up cleaning the mess. And I completely agree with you. When you are 97 for 1 in 9 overs, you're expected to be around 220, 210. And then you end up at 179. And if India had lost this match, even if the bowlers would have bowled badly, the responsibility would have fallen on the batters because they didn't finish the job. And if you look at the scorecard, Shreyas Iyer 14, Rishabh Pant 6, Hardik Pandya got those 31 valuable runs, and he has been doing it consistently for India. And credit to South Africa also, the way they came back in the second half of the innings to stop Indians for getting those much needed 200 runs. Uh, Abhijit, I will come to you. This was a big game for Rituraj Gaikwad. There has been murmurs around him, around his talent, around his. Everyone knows that this boy can play, but it was just like he was not able to deliver the goods. This inning will do a lot of good to him, and a credit must be given to the team management as well, that they were playing this do and die game. And despite knowing fully well that if they lose this game, there will be a lot of criticism that why will you not change the side now when you know that this is a do and die game. They stuck with Rituraj Gaikwad, they stuck with the same combination. So, what do you have to say about this?
Uh, I think Ruturaj was okay in the first match. He had a decent match, and everyone knows he got a caliber. He was a orange cap holder in the last IPL season, and then he's young. He knows everyone knows he has potential to do that. And if you see, there wasn't much other options that can open along with Ishan. Ishan been fabulous in the first two match, but I think Rutuja also knows, and the team management would also know, this is the do or die match. I think, uh, from if we lose from here, I think there's nothing to do, and I think probably if we would have lost today's match, then there would have been a lot of changes in the next two matches. But now the team has performed well, so I think the performance has been good, and I think what's the plan of giving the opportunities? I think if you see, if you give opportunities to a good talent, a good you think a player who is a meant to play for India for a long time. Like I remember initially in the days of Suresh Raina, he wasn't that good, but I think he was given consistent several opportunities, and then he want to become a good handy middle order batsman. I think that's what they're trying right to do to Ruturaj Gaikwad. Maybe looking at the World Cup, he may not be, probably in the 15, but I think he's one of the option they want to keep just in case something goes wrong, and I think then you want to, get him back. So I think very well played by Ruturaj today, but I think there's still, two more matches to go. He still has to cover them up to prove again that, he is one of the definitely backup option for Rohit and KL Rahul once they're back in the team.
Absolutely. And Devu, on the other hand, Ishan Kishan, probably you will consider in this lineup one of the slightly senior players, not exactly the senior player, but when you don't have Virat, Rohit, and when you don't have KL Rahul, you know that you will expect a little more from Ishan, and he has delivered the goods again. Like in the last three games, in two, he has been able to score runs for the team. And that's good news for Indian cricket. Ishan Kishan getting runs, it also proves that the potential is you know potential is converting into promises now, so promises are getting delivered, so it's a great news.
Yeah, absolutely. It does speaks volumes about his maturity as a cricketer over the years. Means he has means the innings. If you look at today's innings, it was Gaikwad. The moment he started scoring those runs, he sort of played an anchor role. He was not going bang bang along with him. He was trying to give him the singles, rotating the strikes, and that is all that comes with maturity. And he has proved time and again. And obviously, uh, and the good thing for him is that he is going to get all these players is going to get to few more matches with the Ireland series coming up. More or less, this team will be there to travel. Will be traveling to Ireland. The team is getting picked on the 20th, so more or less 90% of these players will be traveling to Ireland. So that cushion of getting two more international matches will be behind them. So and that is what Rahul Dravid keeps on saying, that he would not like to hurry things, but would rather love to see continuity. He would not like to see too many chopping and changes. That was the case today. Easily, had it been some other individuals at the role of a coach, then we might have seen at least one or two changes. But that was not the case. He stuck with the same 11 that played in the first two matches, and things showed, and it paid off. Because it was a total team effort, if you say. The bowlers have performed, all the bowlers. Not only, I would not single out Juvendra Chahal, but also Harshal Patel, Bhuvi, Avesh, everyone doing well, and also Ruturaj scoring runs, Ishan scoring runs, Hardik scoring that brave cameo of 31. So it was a total team effort, Nishan.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
completely
just
agree.
like to ask one question. Devanshu, do you think, after the two T20 matches in Dublin, Ireland, there's a test match. So is there a probability like there will be two different teams, one for the test and one for the
100%.
T20?
100%. The test team is already leaving. The first batch is already leaving on the 16th, day after tomorrow. They are reporting tomorrow in Mumbai. As many as 15 players are leaving tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, with the likes of Virat, Rohit, KL. Everyone is leaving the day after tomorrow. And there's a second batch consisting of the players who have been in the test side, and also playing in the wonders, like Rishabh Pant,
Yeah,
and
Shreyas.
Shreyas Iyer. They are joining the squad. So it will be
Mm.
two sides basically, and VVS Lakshman is going to be the coach in Ireland.
Definitely.
Uh, Damini, I think the most in the last two games, what we have seen is that Indian bowling was under pressure a bit, and they were criticized also. But in this game, what was really heartening to see was that they didn't allow, like in the last game, Bhuvneshwar Kumar gave them the much needed start. They got 3 wickets, and after that, South Africa managed to build up a good partnership. But today, if you look at the fall of wickets, 1 for 23, 2 for 38, 3 for 40, 4 for 57, 5 for 71, and 6 for 100. So after every 10-15 runs, there was a fall of a wicket, which I think was the most interesting thing in today's innings, because that didn't allow the South African middle order, which has been delivering in the last two games, to settle. So I think as a bowling unit, they really impressed everyone today.
They did, absolutely. And this is exactly what was being expected from them to be done, that pick up those wickets at regular intervals. Do not let any partnership build up to flare up. Do not let any particular player settle and get comfortable at the pitch. And it's really nice to see that the bowlers finally did that today. Each and every bowler, the entire bowling department, each and every bowler delivered fully. It was really good to see. And I just hope that from here on a very serious note, that the upcoming matches, not just these T20s, the upcoming matches, as many matches as all these players get to play, they always stand up and deliver just the way they did tonight. They know what their job is. They know the situation much better. As fans, what we can do is we can just comment at what we are seeing, but they are the players who are experiencing it. They are the players who have to do it, and they have that much experience. They have played so much of international cricket. So I just hope that they continue with this stellar performance that they have done tonight. And as far as the series, they should just take it as a extreme confidence booster and carry forward the momentum from here on.
Joyda, today's bowling, and I remember in the pre-match show when we were doing this, that who would be your impact player, and you named Yuji Chahal in that. So uh, I think there was a bit of a change of plan as far as Yuji Chahal's bowling. He bowled a bit slow today, and he
Yeah,
got that
spot on,
much needed,
Nishan.
and he
Spot on.
got that much needed grip.
Spot
uh,
on. Spot
and
on.
there was and I think that was very different from what we saw. Maybe I think the smaller grounds make you little susceptible of giving that much needed loop or flight when you're playing at Kotla, when you're playing in a Cuttack. But this ground, he, like and I still remember you said in the morning show that Australia, he would be a different bowler because of the size of the ground, and that was visible today. It was not easy to hit him when he was bowling slow.
So he's played all his life in Bangalore, where the ball flies, small ground.
Yeah,
The
that's
altitude.
true. That's correct, actually.
So he's one guy, only spinner I know who gets slower under the gun. Most of them, Bishnoi and everybody gets quick. I'm talking about the leggies. Ashwin also gets slower, but Ashwin is the right arm off spinner. I'm talking about all the leg spinners. The reason I rate him so highly is because he has the heart to actually get slower under the pump, which is really difficult to do. And he also has the ability. So I have seen him bowl to somebody like a Russell along with a Shreyash Iyer at the other end, and or even sometimes a Nitish Rana is a very good player of spin, and bowl the leg spin far away to a slow one to Andre Russell, and bowl the googly far away to Nitish Rana. So this is a very unique quality to have, to be able to bowl slow and be accurate at the same time. So in the first two games, it didn't come out of the hand quickly. Didn't come out of the hand as well as it's supposed to come out. Often we feel that batters can be out of form, but bowlers need to be in form all the time. That's not the case. Bowlers also have off form. Bowlers also have days when the ball doesn't come out of the hand right. We had a day like that today. Our spinners for Bengal, Shahbaz had an off day. That can happen. But all I'm saying here is that he'll come back tomorrow and bowl superbly because it's a different day. So first two games, Chahal didn't bowl well, and today he bowled superbly. He was the old Chahal back. And his biggest plus point is his ability, because when you bowl slower, Nishant, you get more revolutions on the ball, there's more dip, and there's more turn. It's simple.
Yeah, I
The
completely agree. I
50,
mean,
fifth match is
his-
in Bangalore, Dada.
Sorry?
The 50-20 match is in Bangalore.
Next one is in Bangalore? I think the last one is in
No,
No,
Bangalore.
fifth
no, no.
one, fifth
Last
one.
one,
I
last
said
one,
fifth one.
fifth one.
last
I
one is
said
in
Yes,
fifth
the
one.
Bangalore.
last one is in Bangalore. I'm actually in Bangalore, but we are playing in away grounds because of this one day. The final of the Ranji Trophy is in Chinnaswamy.
Abhijit, one bowler who has been growing in stature with each passing day in Indian cricket as far as 2020 cricket is concerned is Harshal Patel. And if you ask me honestly today that if I have to pick if you ask me to put the names on the team sheet for the bowlers, I will put Bumrah, Harshal Patel first, and then I will think about others.
The faster
Definitely.
bowlers. Yes, I agree with you.
Definitely.
So especially in this format, and I really am like every time you give the ball, he's sort of becoming a go-to bowler, and Dada will understand that what it means for a captain to have a go-to bowler. When in crisis, give the ball to that bowler.
And
And
now
getting
with Bumrah, he has two.
yeah, so
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
that striker is a huge thing. So what do you think about him? Like you have seen him in IPL, the way he has gradually progressed. Do you think that, especially in this IPL, the way RCB gave him the faith and the confidence to go and deliver, and he did that? He's carrying that form, like Dada very rightly said that it's not that the batters have to be in form. Bowlers also have off days and not so good days, and then great days. So Harshal is one guy, and he comes across as a very stoic mind. Like
Yep.
nothing ruffles him. He's not overexcited after taking wickets. That way, he's bit like Bumrah. Bumrah, when he takes a wicket, he gives a feeling it's my job. Like, why should I get so excited about it?
Yeah.
Why I am in the team? I am supposed to take
I think
wickets. He's
that
not
that's what a
surprised
sign of
by.
a yeah, that's what a sign of a good cricketer, I would say, or any athlete. I mean, if you see, the legendary, even Dhoni. I mean, remember when they defeated Australia in the 2008 series? I think, they didn't celebrate it much. I think that's what is a making in a great cricketer. I mean, there's too long for Harsha Patel to go there, but I think it looks like if he does well, I think he is going to be a very, one of the good bowler of the Indian team. And I think as we have seen him at the IPL, I think the way he bowls the slower ball, I think no one right now has the answer to it. And I think when we go ahead in the T20 World Cup at Australia with the grounds are big, the slow ball it is going to be the lethal weapon for India. I think uh, it's not, I mean, Dada knows well like how difficult it is for the Indian batsman as well to play his slower ball. I think and then several other country batsmen that hasn't played him. I think it's going to be difficult. And rightly said, he's go-to the bowler. We have seen him. He does superbly well with the a slightly a semi-old ball in the 10th or after that overs. I think he is going to be our key weapon, key person if I think looks like the side is really good for the T20 World Cup with him, and I think he's going to play a vital role for Indian success at the T20 World.
It's amazing to
Nishant,
see
he's
it.
been around for a while. He's played 10 years of first class cricket, so he's no spring chicken.
Yep.
And he's a seasoned campaigner. He's taken a lot of hardships, lot of he takes the rough with the smooth. And when you play a lot of cricket, when you're matured, you don't fly too high when you do well. You don't get too low when you do badly. You
Yeah.
just learn from your mistakes, get better. When it's a really good day, you thank the Lord and you get back to it the next day. That's how life goes for these professional
Yeah,
cricketers.
and I think we should also not forget that during the IPL, it was very unfortunate that he lost his sister. I think to recover from that, I think it takes a lot of courage. I think the
Yeah.
way he bowled in the IPL was something like you don't see that often from any such player. And I think then again coming back to the innocent, I think even the first match where he had that wicket clean bowled, I think that was a superb delivery. That just show what kind of a player he was. Uh, Having said the fact that the pitch wasn't good, but even in the today he was simply brilliant. I think I would definitely like to see him in all the matches coming up in the T20 with Bumrah. I
It
think
just
it's going to be difficult for the selectors and headache for the healthy headache, I would say, for the management between
yeah.
him, Shami, Shadu Thakur, or anyone else.
Yeah.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar as well.
I think it just shows his strength of character and courage of conviction. And uh, Debu, I will come to you. It looks like that the Indian bowling for the World Cup is more or less settled. Like you have Bumrah, you have Harshal, you have Bhuvi who is bowling well, you have Shami, you have Yuji, you have Bishnoi, and you have Akshar, and you have Jadeja. So I think batting still needs a work. And when it comes to batting, I personally feel, and I was actually listening to Wasim Jafar a while back on Cricinfo, where he said that that Rishabh Pant has still not cracked the code for T20. Uh, Even in this IPL also, we saw some good innings from him, but he could not leave the impact you expect Rishabh Pant to have that. Maybe he's just going through that patch where he will, figure out a way to come out of it. Every player has to go through it at some point or the other. You think it's a matter of temperament, it's a matter of finding that gear. Like every batter needs to have two, three gears. You cannot drive your car in only one gear. Then you are often bound to have those accidents because there will be a road with bumpers, there will be a road with gravels, and there will be a sleek road, and that's where you need to change your gears. So what do you think has what like take us into the mind of Rishabh Pant?
Yeah, he has, as you have rightly said, that he has only one gears. And I was just looking at the England
He's
test
an
match, the highlights.
automatic.
I was just looking at
He's
the
an
highlights of the
automatic car.
England.
But Dada, I will not agree with you there. On automatic car also knows where to go slow and go fast. So
Neutral.
uh, automatic, I would say the only automatic cricketer in India was probably Sachin Tendulkar. Like you will never get to know how he has changed gears. Or maybe Virat Kohli. Like he will be 10 of 10 when needed, and suddenly, or Josh Butler. Like, look at Josh Butler. He will have 30 of 30 balls in the first 10 overs. In the next 10 overs, it will be 50 balls, 100. So
We
that,
cut Debu off. Let Debu speak. We cut Debu
yeah,
off.
let Debu
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and
I was no, no,
respond.
I was just watching the highlights of England's run chase. 50 of a test match, 299 chased in 50 overs. Can you believe it?
I
50
can
of a
believe it.
test match, and I mean, it's an
What
unbelievable test match. And what a test match. And
I was also
because
watching the same.
I'm saying this because I have witnessed Rishabh Pant scored that 100 at Oval,
Yeah.
his first 100, and what a 100 it was. So I think Rishabh Pant has been more successful in Test cricket rather than T20s.
And
If
I
you
will,
ask me,
and I have a very interesting theory for that. You compare it that with Viren Sehwag. Viren Sehwag was a phenomenal test cricketer. And for a cricketer like him, you will always expect them to do well in shorter format. But somehow, in the shorter format, Viren Sehwag was not as impactful. I'm not saying he was,
Absolutely spot on.
he was like, he was still very good in one day cricket and whatever little T20 cricket he played. So I personally feel that Rishabh Pant needs to figure out that he needs to give some time to himself. And I was listening to one of the cricketers, and he said a very interesting thing about Rishabh Pant. He said, and that was Yuvraj. Yuvraj once said to me that every time he used to hit a six in one day cricket, when he was at prime of his career, chasing everything for India, he used to say that every time I used to hit a six, next ball I used to take a single. I used to make a point to take a single so that my adrenaline goes down and I stay in the chase. Sometimes that high.
Chris Stuart Broad certainly hopes he did that in that over.
Yeah, that's true actually.
I think that must have been with the ODIs, not with the T20s.
Yeah, he
Nah,
was talking about.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying that Stuart Broad was hoping, yeah, मेरे को भी ये single ले लेते मेरा ये हालत नहीं होता.
Hmm. So I think that's true. So, but I have full faith in his ability. I think he will
But
figure out.
then talking on a serious note, Nishant, I would say that batting needs a lot of things to do as far as Indian
Yeah,
batting is concerned. When you talk about teams like South Africa or an Australia or even for that matter England, they play the real brand of T20 cricket, which is not so within the Indian team.
hmm.
I still believe they are lagging behind as far as T20 cricket is concerned. Means I'm talking about the way the approach, the approach that should be in T20 cricket. I
Mama,
think
one thing that happens with England is they have a different T20 team and different Test team. So that's the reason why they don't need to rest too many players. Okay, there are some. Root doesn't play white ball cricket, doesn't play T20 cricket. Okay, so there are only a few. Morgan doesn't play red ball. Okay, now Butler is not playing red ball. So for them, so our problem is we have to rest our players also. So we played IPL. Now we've got this. So we had to rest Bumrah. We had to rest Virat. We had to rest Rohit. We had to rest others. KL, because they will go to England, then they'll go West Indies, wherever. You guys know the schedule better than me. So problem is because we have 7-8 players who play all three versions, but England does not. That's why when the Test cricket is going on, the white ball players are getting rested. When the white ball is going on, the red ball players are getting rested. So Morgan right now is doing commentary while the Test matches is on. When the white ball will start. Then Root will do commentary.
We have
But
we have one cricketer who will do commentary when the red ball cricket will be going on. Dinesh Karthik.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying Dinesh Karthik was out of the team and he's made it back on the strength of his IPL performance. But
Yeah,
I'm talking about the Dada players in the team. They play every version.
yeah.
Virat,
I completely,
Rohit, KL. So
I
how do
completely.
Bumrah, Shami? So how do you rest them? How do
Yeah,
you rest Hardik Pandya at his best? You can't. Jadeja, you can't. Ashwin, you can't. So where do they rest? So that we have same players playing all three versions, which is why we need to rest them. Which is why we are not at full strength.
yeah. And we
I
have
think
injury. And it also
I
brings the injury issues like KL Rahul got an injury after a long IPL just before the
Surya got an injury.
Surya got injury. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're spot on.
we are reaching a stage where is the perfect example was 2007 when we rested the senior cricketers and the juniors led by Mahendra Singh Dhoni won us the World Cup.
So what
So
are you
maybe
saying here?
we are
So what
we
are
are,
you
we are
what are you
I
implying
mean,
here?
yeah,
That
the sheer fact is that Virat Kohli, with due respect, he's a damn good run chaser in 50 overs. He's a top batsman, one of the top batsmen in Test cricket. But as far as T20 cricket is concerned, if he's not opening the batting, I think there's a big question mark. Means two, three, 3, 4 Virat Kohli. I doubt. I might differ from others, but I believe that
so
Virat should always open the batting and in T20 cricket for India because
yeah.
that's where the best position is with him.
Damini, you know, one way to look at it is now is that Indian bowling looks settled. Will you take that risk in the next game of dropping Avesh Khan and giving a chance to Arshdeep or Umran Malik, or will you stick to the same 11?
Now comes the tricky part with the playing 11 fixed for 3 matches, 2 matches they lose, and the very crucial match they win. So it is definitely a very tricky scenario situation now to at all have any changes in the playing 11 and try out the bench strength. Uh, well, I would now leave it on the management, the players. You decide what you want to do, whether you want to, yes, for a change perhaps you can give a chance to the bench strength, the players who are sitting out. Perhaps you can try out Umran Malik now, who's been on
My opinion is I will definitely, rest Avesh Khan in the next game and give a game either to Arshdeep or Umran. I'm not saying Umran,
I
either
think
of them.
Umran Malik can be brought in. It's high
I,
time because he
I
has been
rather,
very good with his performances. He can be brought in. He
I think
deserves a.
I think I will, in place of Umran, I will first give chance to Arshdeep because he will bring that
Arshdeep.
much needed left-handed angle, which Joyda has been talking about. That at times Indian bowling looks little one-dimensional. Joyda, what would you do?
See, these guys have a plan in place. I have had some chats with the management, in the sense the selectors, and just over a chat. In fact, met Chetan Sharma this morning at the ground, in the Ranji ground, and what I see is that they have a lovely template. You would know about this, Nishant. So they have some games that are specifically they've given everybody to show how good they are. So they will have a plan in place. See, okay, winning the series matters, but I don't think that tomorrow, if Bhuvi doesn't play or Avesh doesn't play, and then somebody Umran plays, that we win the series or we lose the series. But they want to see everybody properly before they get into their plane for the World Cup. So they
Yeah,
want to give everybody. If Umran Malik doesn't play now, he'll play. There are plans in place for all of these people. They
no,
are right now not playing, but they will play at some point in time. First up is these guys who are playing. Then there'll be a time, like Devashish keeps saying, there are what, 16, 18 T20s before we play the World Cup.
25,
Everybody,
25, Joyda.
25, okay, 25
25.
T20. So everybody will get a proper run. And when Umran Malik plays and Ashdeep play, then they will also get a proper run, just the way these guys are getting. So that when they sit for selection, everybody's had a proper run and they can figure out who they want and who they don't.
no, I can't agree more because at the end of the day, like if you give me a situation that India lost a series to South Africa in the process to make a team to win the World Cup in Australia, I will say take that. Give me that. I'm fine with that. In the end, how many people remember? Like if I ask all of you in last 10 years, how many T20 series India have won or lost, you will be like looking at this or that. But if I ask you how many World Cups India have won, you will say, oh, 2007. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
that's the impact of the big tournament.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, Debuda, I want to tell you something. You were saying that it was unbelievable. Trust me, the greatest impact of 2020 cricket has been on Test cricket, and it's not unbelievable anymore. This sheer uninhibitedness, this sheer, I would say that that fear factor in the batters, that you can't chase this, you can't chase that, has gone now. Players back themselves to get these totals. I'm sure when they had these 200, 290, what a great test match it has been. And, all 5 days, full packed houses, beautiful test cricket, fifth day, any result possible. And one team going and chasing those 290 runs in 50 overs. In the end, they would have sat in the team room and said, look, it's like a one day game. We need to get 290 runs in 50 overs. We have Ben Stokes, we have Barristow, we have Joe Root. If they cannot get it, who will get it?
And Johnny B in the middle throws the party.
Huh?
Yeah.
Johnny B in the middle throws a party, 72 ball
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think no, to be honest, I am not surprised. You look at the fielding standards, especially in the one thing, Joyda, I know whether if you agree with me or not. I have seen slip fielding standards going down in Test cricket, but ground fielding standards going up, and that's largely because players, they are like fit. They do so much strength and conditioning work to be good at the ground, to cut those angles, to make
True.
sure that double doesn't become triple or single doesn't
True.
become double. But at the same time, they don't have enough time to do short leg practice, silly point practice, which was Earlier in those days when 4 day cricket and 5 day cricket was like the mainstay of a cricketer, those days people used to spend a lot of time doing those slip catches. But
Nishant, we play 6-7 test matches a year. So kitna shortly silly point lagta hai.
yeah, so that is why I'm
But
saying,
but one thing I will also say, I think the catching standard is dropped.
yeah, that's what
If
I'm
you
saying.
see if you see 90s, the Azharuddins and all, I didn't see Azhar drop a catch.
Mark
I
Waugh,
didn't see Kapil Dev drop a
Mark Waugh,
catch.
yeah.
The
Mark Waugh.
amount of catches, no, I mean, I'm not even going there to Jack Callison, Mark Wars, and Pontings and all that. I'm saying even when the people I played cricket with these people, I
Dravid,
never saw, I never saw Rahul Dravid drop a catch. Lakshman drop a catch. I
yeah.
never saw Kapil Dev drop a catch. But
Oh,
if you see in the IPL, there are what 70 catches missed every IPL, 90 catches missed every IPL. So I agree with you that the ground fielding and the cutting angles and the skidding and all is gone to a different level, but the catching has definitely become poorer. I'll have to say that.
yeah. I think it was a great discussion and it was a great result for India. Before we leave, Joyda, what are the news? What is the news at the domestic front? Tell us something about that.
We are Bengal is playing MP, and we lost the toss on a very good wicket, but they were 97 for 4. But they are 271 for 6, which we would have taken in the morning. And after 97 for 4, our spinners didn't have a great day, so we feel a little bit down. But we would have taken 271 for 6 in the morning, and 4 days to go. It's a 5-day game. On the other side, Mumbai is similar. They're about 260 for 5. So playing UP. So and then this is 5 days, so this finishes in 4 days time, and then I think from the 22nd or 23rd the finals in at the Chinnaswamy. So we are playing at the other grounds in Bangalore, and they have loads of them here because 19th is the T20 over here in Bangalore. So once that is over, the final will be in Chinnaswamy.
So I am hoping for a Bengal UP final. That would be a great.
Keep us in your prayers. I know Devashish and Damini will, and
Mumbai.
Abhijit also will, because Maharashtra is not in the final.
I would like to see Bengal
That's
and
okay.
UP.
Mumbai.
I will like to see Bengal and UP final because of very personal reasons. My nani is from Raniganj, and I was born in Agra.
Chalo, set.
ठीक है ना?
And that will be perfect if Bengal meets UP, because they have a real chance to sort out some equations.
Some unfinished
because,
business.
yeah, because last time when Bengal met UP in the final, there were some decisions that did not go in favor of Bengal. They could have easily won that final.
That's an
I'm
elephant's
not.
memory.
I'm not saying about the second final that Bengal played against Mumbai at Wankhede. It was Sachin Tendulkar on that final, because Ashok Dinda, I don't know what excited him to bowl at Sachin and to charge at him, and then Sachin, we know all that master can do, and rest was history. Yes, Manoj Tiwari did play that brilliant knock. I still remember, and there was that C8 awards, and Sunny Gavaskar coming to Manoj's table, and Manoj was showing, taking tips from that. That was the moment for me. Means Sunil Gavaskar giving tips to Manoj Tiwari when he was a form of his life. But on that first final against UP, I think Bengal deserved to be the winners. It was some dubious umpiring decisions that hurt Bengal big time.
14 years back, and look at the memory of Devashish Sen, an elephant's memory. He remembers every ball.
It just shows that
Wow.
how deep the hurt is.
Yes,
Hopefully,
I feel for you, Devashish. I'm with you.
Mera, it's on you to correct it. It's on you to correct it. It's on you to make it right for.
We'll do our best. Keep us in your prayers. Thank you, gents.
Absolutely,
And
all the best, all the best.
Good night.
All the best.
Good night.
Thank you.